This place is my dream when I was a child. This is a 40-year-old original He-Man vintage collection. One of my other idols is Arnold Schwarzenegger. 1500 plus Hot Wheels. Who doesn't love Hot Wheels? All these things that you see have been collected from over 80 countries around the world, which I've ridden on Superbikes. And this is the world's fastest street naked motorcycle. The whole bike shakes because of that torque. This is what actually dreams look like when they turn real. Welcome Mashable India to my Moto Villa.
That's Sandeep. He started as a game developer, founded one of India's major two-wheeler websites, XBHP, and now does side quests in life, traveling all over the world on his crazy superbikes. We are here to see his home or his garage. Well, that is for you to figure out.
Let's go. This place is my dream when I was a child. I didn't even know that something this would come true one day. This is my piece of art that I keep working on whenever I find time. All these things that you see have been collected from over 80 countries around the world, which I've ridden on Superbikes. This is what actually dreams look like when they turn real. This place gives me inspiration. This place gives me nostalgia. So you can say this is the ultimate man cave, and this is a work in progress always. Guys, I'm Batman. I resonate with Batman because he's the closest character. He doesn't have superpowers. He has a lot of gadgets, a lot of stuff, and he has a man cave like this, although it's a little less lit. But look at this. My collection over here, a lot of figurines of different kinds. I've got a samurai Batman, I've got a vampire Batman, and a lot of other things are there. And also, come here, check this out. We're talking about movies. Well, He-Man has just come out. This is a 40-year-old original He-Man vintage collection. 40 years old, yeah, you heard that right. And not only that, peeking in the corner, dancing is Michael. Thriller, my God. So all these things, they inspire me. I've got a lot of idols. Batman is one of them, Michael Jackson is one of them, and of course He-Man. They all represent something that I want to imbibe in myself. Well, I hope you're getting a drift. And talking about drift, you see this? So I also drift this car and I really enjoy doing this all around India. It just blows my mind what you can do with a car in such a small space. I'm a motorcyclist and I've done over 80 countries on superbikes. And you know what is important for a motorcyclist? Helmet. Well, all these helmets that you see over here, they're actually cosplay. You're not meant to actually wear and ride them. But I'm going to show you one helmet which I have designed myself right over here, and this is called a Bionic. And as you can see, man and machine both amalgamated in this design. And not only that, how can we miss this beauty over here, which is a 1000cc, 230 horsepower, 190 kilograms superbike that I take on the track. And boy, it is amazing to experience more than 300 kilometers an hour at the backstraight of Budh International Circuit on this. One of my other idols is none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger, the epitome of masculinity, narcissism. Well, I don't promote that, but still, what an amazing guy. Well, I cook stories with my travels, but you know what? Cooking is equally important. I have actually cooked something for you over here. And it is absolutely delicious. Smells so good. You want to have it? Wait, this is not real. This is fake food from Japan. And I got this 14 years ago from Japan after I did 8,000 kilometers on a motorcycle.
That is just the tip of the iceberg in his collection. It only gets crazier from here.
And this is the Moto Cave, the vibiest room perhaps in the Moto Villa. Lot of RGB things going on over here, but I'm also a biker at heart, and of course, along with the scale models, there are real motorcycles over here. Starting with the evergreen Hayabusa over here. Inline 4, 200 horsepower. The Speed King, undisputably the most famous name in the motorcycling world. But we can't ignore this. This is a special edition Ducati Street Fighter V4S that I have designed to basically pay homage to Valentino Rossi on one side and the current champion Marc Marquez on the other side. And this is the world's fastest street naked motorcycle at 208 horsepower and just 199 kgs. What a crazy power to weight ratio. Let's hear this out. And remember, this is a stock exhaust. growl of the V4 is unmistakable. But when you talk about number of cylinders, there is nothing as unique as this big daddy over here, which is the world's largest production capacity motorcycle here. 2,500 cc's. Yes, you heard that right. 221 Newton meters of torque. The whole bike shakes because of that torque. Crazy. And small does not mean that we're going to ignore it. This baby right over here is the Aprilia RS 457 twin cylinder, amazing motorcycle. Made in India, very good on the track. This is my 1:6 scale collection over here. And if you know that these things take a lot of space, so we had to build this specially for this. The highlight of this has to be this DeLorean over here from Back to the Future with Doc right over here. Still in awe of what he has created, where he has gone back in time. Well, even bigger is the Ecto one here from Ghostbusters. This here is real metal rubber and is almost 40 kilograms. And yes, all the lights work over here. This is a masterpiece. Let's not actually ignore the Batman tumblers. This is a camo edition, and this of course is the stealth edition, which, you know, all of us Batman lovers, we want our vehicles in black. But my favorite has to be Kira's bike with Keanu Reeves, Johnny Silverhands sitting on this from Cyberpunk 2077. So this is as crazy as it can get. And if you ask me which vehicle would you like to drive in real life, well, I would say this, the 1989 Batmobile right over here. Again, 1:6 scale. I love this. I want more, but they don't make too many 1:6 scales in this whole world because they're just too big. Well, GTA 6 is finally out, but you know what? There are some games which are evergreen. Well, this gun is from Fallout, if I'm not wrong. And talking about games, you know, at one point of time, I was developing games. I used to do a lot of programming, and that is how actually all this happened, because I programmed my first motorcycles website back in 2002. Well, that's another story. But look at this collection, and all these weapons that you see here are from video games. They are very rare to find, very hard to find, and I'm proud that we have these. Well, we promote non-violence, but when it comes to video games, well, it's a whole new different world. Let me actually show you a few things that are some of my favorites, which are on the top shelf of this multi-level park over here. Starting with Messi, of course. Who doesn't love him? He's scoring a lot of goals right now in FIFA. And this right over here, you won't believe that this is actually a DVD case, a special edition DVD case, Aliens. I love that movie, you know. It's absolutely brilliant. And also talking about extraterrestrial, this guy over here is also one of my favorites, Hellboy. Well, I'm a rider, so is he. Ghost Rider is one of my favorites. And also this guy behind me, the Iron Man. My God, what gadgets he has. I also want his suit, you know, for riding as well as, of course, for flying. But let's not forget this green guy over here. He is the epitome of the gentle giant. Well, there are real motorcycles, and of course, how can we forget all the scale models over here? I have collected scale models from around the world, but I started to collect motorcycles that I actually rode. And then I expanded to cars, which I could not even sit in. Like, for example, the Pagani. When I went to the museum in Italy, I got a scale model for myself. This is one of my favorites over here. So this is Marco Simoncelli over here, just lying down on a bed of clouds. You know, we all know that he died on a racetrack. And you know, got memories with each and every scale model right over here.
What you just saw was just one floor. There are a lot more floors for us to cover.
Well, now it's time to go up. This is the 1000 RR Fireblade, my first leader class motorcycle that I bought in 2005. And not only that, well, we also got full scale models, Spider-Man perpetually hanging upside down looking for something, and of course we've got Superman. Well, we've got some extraterrestrial creatures right here already from Krypton. But whatever you see over here, this is actually a walkthrough gallery of my photos from around 80 countries around the world. I've got a lot of favorites. For example, this one is from US, this one is from Australia, and so on. Each photo tells a story, and I just love walking through this gallery of memories. And this here is the Moto Lounge. Well, who doesn't experience traffic jams here in India? And this also is just an homage to all the traffic jams that you might have experienced on our roads. This one is with, of course, 1500 plus Hot Wheels, and you know who doesn't love Hot Wheels. Not only that, we actually kept 1340 Hot Wheel cars on our Hayabusa, and we actually rode it for the 1340 cc's that Hayabusa is, and that was something very crazy that we did. Well, we've got more guardians of Moto Villa. For example, here is Deadpool, and here is Green Lantern. Welcome to the Moto Arcade. Oh boy, this is like getting out of a Lamborghini. Well, this is a simulator that I've attached to this huge screen, and this thing behind me is actually a 3D printed PC. It is stupendously fast. We also have, of course, PlayStation over here. Talking about games, this was my first console when I was in school, the Nintendo Game Boy. So what did I do? I actually got the original one. But not only that, I made an Almira out of this. And there are so many other nuggets that I want to show you, especially one wall which is right in front of me, which is called Wow. Wall of weapons. This has a lot of weapons from all the figurines that you see here in Moto Villa. Whereas, yes, we actually practice non-violence, and I just love the intricate details in a lot of such weapons, and some of them are actually real swords, and they just are so beautiful. You see these helmets, these are actually for pets, small chihuahuas or small cats if you're really having them. But where this all started, guys, is this motorcycle, which was definitely male. Launched in 2002, the Pulsar 180 Classic was this huge tank, 17 odd horsepower, 180 cc's, and India went crazy. So what I did is I bought this motorcycle, I created a website under its name, and everyone who wanted to know about this motorcycle, they used to land on my website, which eventually became xbhp.com. This is one of my favorite spots whenever it's raining, and especially in winters. This snow snug, and library, who doesn't want a cute little library hidden away with a lot of stash secrets from around the world. And I've got books from Arnold Schwarzenegger, about Michael Jackson, Rossi, Ducati, whatever defines me, I've got a book for that. And not only that, I have a lot of comics. In fact, when I was young, I used to read Asterix and Tintin, and of course, they have somewhat shaped me who I am today. Well, today is a day of manga and anime, so how can we leave out Dragon Ball, Chainsaw Man, and other stuff? And if you notice, I've also got figurines. So yes, there is a lot of stuff, but if you ask me what is recent favorite of mine, it has to be Walking Dead. I watched, I think, the whole of 10 seasons in one go, like in a couple of months, and it's just an amazing series, So there's a lot of such stuff which reminds me of different kind of things. Well, I have to just get this for you, which is also a little bit rare. And this is the Pip-Boy. If you know about Fallout, then how can you not know about this crazy device which actually goes in your hand like this, and you've got a small TV, and it tells you a lot about the post-apocalyptic world that you have to traverse through. And such stuff gets my ball rolling, and I'm getting goosebumps right now because I know how crazy all this is. This is out of my collection in Africa, and this is Tintin in Benin. This I got from roadside in the country of Benin. You might have not heard of it, but I mean, this is crazy. I just love it. So Africa was one of my favorite places, if you can actually call that. I mean, after all, it's made out of 54 countries, but all of these things have been bought from there, and including this book on voodoo. Yes, Benin is a country where voodoo was born, and I actually went to a market over there. Also one very important thing which is here are these magazines. These are our own XBHP print magazines that we have been publishing since 15 years about motorcycling. Yeah, Moto Library is one of my favorite places here.
My mom always said, "Padhoge likhoge, banoge nawab, kheloge kudoge, banoge kharab." Now this man is doing both, and I think he's still winning at life.
You see this rug? So most of the rugs in the Moto Villa are designed by me. And on my right here is my walk-in closet, which gives me a lot of confusion as to which helmet to wear, which jacket to wear before a ride. But I know my motorcycles, and it's easy to pick what I want. And this also is one of my favorite sections, just because I just keep ruminating of all the memories of all the helmets and bags that you see over here, in which rides I did. But last but not the least, this is called the Motopod, which literally means you just chill, relax, and say goodbye.